Hello everyone, we are the Team 9. Today we will analyze the chemical properties of the roof materials and the stadium stands. As last week said, the roof comprises two memberized layers. The outer is a single layers transparent ETFE structure memberized system, which functions as weatherproof protections to the spectator's stands, which serves as the acoustic ceiling and provides shade for the spectators. Because of the interwoven true structure, the shapes of the roof segments are entirely irregular, varying between the triangular and octagonal. There are around 10,000 ETFE panels on the roof, ranging in size from 1 to 230 square meters. Altogether, the ETFE panels total some 38,000 square meters. ETFE foil is essentially a plastic polymer related to Teflon and is created by taking the polymer resin and extracting it into the thin film. It's largely used as a replacement for glazing due to its high light transmission properties. Transparent windows are created either by inflating two or more layers of foil to form cushions or tensioning into a single skin membrane. Weighing approximately 1% the weight of the glass. Single-ply ETFE membranes and ETFE cushions are both extremely lightweight. This in turn enables a reduction of structural fine work and in process a significantly less dead load on the supporting structure. This reduces the requirement for steelwork, provides a big cost benefit for clients. Is a key benefit when replacing glazing in old structures to meet certain building codes. Alongside its low weight, the major benefit of ETFE is its high translucency and transmitting up to 95% of light. And the PTFE, let's take a look at this video.
It was stumbled upon accidentally in 1938 by a 27-year-old American chemist named Roy Plunkett, while he was trying to develop a non-toxic refrigerant fluid for DuPont, a chemicals company. The strange white substance that formed inside his lab canister was chemically inert, meaning it wouldn't react with other substances. It also had an extremely low coefficient of friction, making other materials slide right off it. Teflon's properties make it perfect when you need something slippery, chemical resistant, or waterproof, which means it has a lot of applications. It can be found all over the place, as a coating on raincoats, industrial ball bearings, artificial joints, circuit boards, and even the Rocky Mountains-themed roof of the Denver International Airport. The incredible properties of PTFE come from its molecular structure. It's a polymer, meaning it's made of long chains of repeating units of atoms strung together. A PTFE chain has a backbone of carbon atoms, each of which is attached to two fluorines. The fluorine atoms surround the carbon like armor, spiraling around the chain, and the bond between carbon and fluorine is incredibly tight. Like a couple that ignores everyone except each other, carbon and fluorine interact so strongly that the normal intermolecular forces that help substances stick to each other don't stand a chance. Even the famously adhesive feet of geckos usually can't get a grip. But wait, if PTFE doesn't stick to anything, how can it be so firmly attached to something like a pan? One method involves sandblasting the pan or etching it with chemicals to make it rough. Then a special primer is applied, which acts like glue. Its exact composition is a trade secret, guarded by each manufacturer. The pan is sprayed with liquid PTFE and heated to around 800 degrees Fahrenheit. The layers then solidify into a smooth, slick coating. When you later cook eggs in this PTFE-coated pan, the extra tight carbon-fluorine bonds just ignore the water and fat and protein molecules in the eggs.
So PTFE has a series of advantages such as excellent chemical resistance, good heat resistance and low temperature resistance, good light resistance and UV resistance and weather resistance, and flexibility. The approximately 8,000 PTFE panels for the acoustic ceiling range from 5 to 250 square meters, and total about 53,000 square meters. The PTFE acoustic ceiling membrane system is stretched to the tube subframe structure suspended from the underside of the roof truss, and scope on the roof cladding and acoustic ceiling was to design for the loading effect onto the supporting roof structure. Next, we will analyze the stand-up stadium.
Arup set to work planning the build process for the concrete bowl. First, they must build an intricate concrete frame in 3 tiers. It's like a skeleton that will hold the carefully cast seating sections. Then, slotting into this frame, the 14,700 prefabricated concrete slabs that will make up the seating stands. The reinforced slabs arrive on site. Each is individually molded and can weigh as much as 18 tons.
Like most modern stadiums, the bird nest was designed inside out, beginning with the bowl, the competitive field and the seating stands around it. This is because the form of the bowl and the distribution of seating types largely determine all other aspects of the stadium, including the shape and structure of the roof, the levels and locations of the concourses and premium facilities, and the amount of natural light. The plan geometry comprises a radial grid that defines the forms and the facet grid defining the circumferences. The east and west seating radius varies from about 270 meters to 320 meters, whilst the north and south seating radius is between 60 meters and 110 meters. The nominal spacing of the radial grid is 7.5 meters, tapering towards the pitch. For superstructure, the bowl is split into 6 segments with 200 mm wide movement joints between them. Each segment from an independent structure with its own stability system, provided by culminant beam from action, and the concrete staircase and lift course. The 6 segments are between 112 meters and 150 long. The movement joints that separate them are continuous through every floor of the bowl, including the terracing, but not required at the basement level. For the middle and upper tiers, the terracing is formed from precast L-shaped units spanning between the primary forms and supported on inclined tremble beams. For the middle tier, the tremble beams are 1000 mm times 1000 mm deep, but on the upper tier, due to increased spans, their depth increases to 1.2 meters. To suit the roof overall, saddle shapes. The number of stories varies at different places, from a max of 51 meters tall on the east-west certain line and 45 meters tall on the north-south certain line. And the foundations, all vertical load-bearing elements, are supported on reinforced concrete piles caps, supported by the cast in situ concrete board piles, with a diameter between 8,000 mm and 1,000 mm, founded into the cable gravel stratum layer, about 38 below existing ground.
The size of the stadium demands extremely deep foundations. Piles must be driven up to 37 meters below the ground, far deeper than the average stadium. The engineers need foundations this substantial to support a heavy structure on such a vast scale.
Are under the influence of horizontal forces as well as vertical forces.
的同时还有比较大的水平受力。
Next week, we will introduce the steel processing and manufacturing technologies. Thanks for your watching.